Hello, I'm Lara Kulchasan and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online.
Stevenage, Canary Wharf, Epping, Birmingham, Norwich.
Migrants sail across the channel.
York. They're everywhere.
Somebody's going around putting up these flags in this way, these crosses of St George. You know it's aggressive.
When there's a match, a football match, and the country celebrating, and no one ever has a problem when Lionesses are playing, or England, or Team GB. We all want the flags and we will feel very proud.
Traitors, taking our flags down.
You have taken my flags.
I haven't taken your flags.
Yes, you have. Where are they?
In your hands.
No, the other ones, the Union Jack ones. Where are they?
Sir.
Gone where?
They're gone.
We don't seem to understand what this country is and the history of these symbols. So both of these flags which you've displayed here, those are the flags which flew on ships which enslaved my ancestors. The British Army marched into places like India, Pakistan, Bengal.
Hey, you know what that is? That's just kind of ignorance to me.
England has been caught up in a wave of controversy. St. George's Cross and Union Jack flags have been appearing and disappearing across towns and cities. But why has flying the national flag become so divisive? The sudden surge is linked to an online campaign called Operation Raise the Colors. Through Facebook groups, supporters coordinate where to hang flags, pooling resources like transport and ladders. The movement has drawn backing from far-right figures, including Tommy Robinson, who continuously voices his support on X. Britain First, a group notorious for hate crimes against Muslims, has also rallied behind it. Critics warn the campaign risks stoking community tensions, with fears it carries an anti-immigration agenda. The St. George's Cross has been appropriated by far-right groups and have been a feature at demonstrations outside hotels housing asylum seekers. They were also prominent during last year's riots after the Southport stabbing of young girls at a dance class. That's why municipalities in places like Birmingham and Tower Hamlets have ordered the flags to be taken down, arguing they could inflame already fragile community relations. But that, in turn, has fueled anger.
Take that flag down. It's just the Union Jack, it's our country's flag. Yeah, we can't have you putting those up. Oh, I get it, it's the England flag you want up instead of St. George's Cross. I can put that one up. Do you want to go to jail? So now being patriotic lands me in a jail cell. What's wrong with flying my own country's flag? You literally let every other flag stay up without issue. Well, those flags are culturally enriching. The English flag is just offensive. Offensive to who exactly? Well, people who don't like it.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was joined by European leaders at the White House for the latest discussions over how to solve the conflict with Russia. During the press summit news conference, the talk took an unexpected turn. Never mind the lives of hundreds of thousands of innocent people suffering under Russian attacks, White House correspondent Brian Glenn from the right-wing Real America's Voice seems obsessed with Zelensky's outfits.
It all started with this meeting in Oval Office when J.D. Vance cracked up when a reporter asked Zelensky if he owned a suit.
Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you own a suit?
Fast forward to August 18th and he comes to White House again wearing a suit. But did he? In fact, the journalist who insulted him gave him a compliment and apologized.
President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, looks good.
I said to the one that attacked you last time. See, that was it. I remember that.
Yeah, I apologize to you. Look.
What they didn't know was that he wasn't wearing a suit. He was just wearing a black blazer. He was wearing boots. He didn't have a tie on. And no, I didn't say that. Viktor Anisimov, who's the Ukrainian designer who designed Zelensky's blazer, said it. Zelensky has worn this blazer earlier as well, and they clarified that it is not a classic suit, but a military-inspired jacket.
And if you want to catch up with the latest news from the White House, you can check out their TikTok page. The US government is now embracing the app it has spent the last 5 years trying to ban. Donald Trump is looking to force its Chinese parent company ByteDance to sell up to an American company, but the enforcement of the sale or ban law has been repeatedly delayed. Some of the first White House videos include Trump's public appearances with a narration by him stating that he is the voice of the American people. And others showed visuals of Washington with the president promising to rebuild American cities. But the glorious entrance has received some not so expected reactions.
And when I tell you every comment is like these, I'm not exaggerating. Check these out. You can check them out for yourself. You can see this one right here. You can see this one over here. A lot of show us the files. I'm on the list. It just goes on and on. Gavin Newsom is the strongest governor in America. He's the greatest. No one is better than him. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Another distraction for the Epsteinth time. Where are the Epstein files? Don't get distracted with a picture of Epstein. Anything but releasing the files. Like I said, you could scroll through yourself. It's every comment. So welcome to TikTok, White House. Hope you're having fun.
Many people are aware of the risks of talking to AI chatbots, such as receiving wrong or outdated information. But few would ever think it could lead to something as serious as psychosis. Psychosis thrives when reality stops pushing back. And now there are growing reports of people suffering from what some call AI psychosis. While it's not an official medical term, it does point to a genuine concern. Even Microsoft's head of artificial intelligence, Mustafa Suleyman, has warned about it. He says if people perceive AI as conscious, they may accept that perception as reality. And that is the problem. When people rely too much on AI, they can begin to think that their imagination can become reality, like believing they might discover a groundbreaking medical cure or a quick rich scheme. Professor Breck McDermott is a researcher and psychiatrist specializing in young people with mental health challenges. He spoke to Newsfeed about the growing risks of AI psychosis and the steps that can be taken to guard against it.
Older technologies such as the television or radio are essentially one-way communication where the viewer or the listener passively gets information. An AI chatbot is fundamentally different. Communication is two ways, and this means that it is possible for an AI chatbot to actually reinforce a delusional belief. For instance, if you have a delusion that you are being followed and you're in danger, and there's no evidence that this is actually true, a chatbot might agree with you, it might reinforce that, it might even give you a safety plan to try to avoid a delusional assailant, someone who's after you. And this is very problematic. It is possible to build safeguards into AI chatbots, but it will require a degree of sophistication and probably some technical assistance. For instance, very bizarre beliefs like alien control of your body or technology control of your body or multiple person auditory hallucinations. You could arguably put in safeguards around that bizarre content. However, the content that is more close to reality, like feeling unsafe, feeling paranoid or persecutory beliefs, these are things which are much more nuanced and probably needs a mental health professional to decide what is delusional and what is not. That content will be more difficult. A mental health professional will gently challenge the beliefs and look at the basis of why the beliefs are held and look about whether the person has any delusional explanation of these kind of unusual beliefs. Policymakers are going to be crucial for things like funding research, so we know much more about this new technology, but also ensuring that some of these safeguards are built in. We need policy makers for that level of input.
The dangers of the online world and the race for more likes and views are once again under the spotlight. A famous French streamer died this week after a marathon online broadcast ended in tragedy. 46-year-old Rafael Graven, known online as John Pormanov, or JP, died at his home in Nice during a nearly 12-day live stream. Viewers raised the alarm after he was seen lying motionless on a mattress and failed to respond to messages. An autopsy has since ruled out any trauma or involvement of a third party. Authorities say the cause of death appears to be medical or toxicological. JP, with more than 1 million followers across platforms, had built a reputation for pushing himself in extreme endurance stunts.
Streamer just passed away whilst live on Kick, and his friends may be to blame. Jean Pormanov endured weeks of brutal humiliation live streams, including sleep deprivation, physical violence, and even being forced to ingest unknown substances. His streamer friends Naruto and Safine had already been questioned by French authorities for allegedly abusing vulnerable people, including Jean. Days before his death, Jean reportedly texted his mum, saying that these streams were making him feel held hostage and also exhausted. On the night he passed away, his mum rang him, begging him to stop the streams. Jean, while live on stream, passed away in his sleep. French authorities are now demanding answers from the streaming service Kick, and a lot of people's anger is pointed to Jean's streamer friends.
In China, celebrities are often held to extreme high standards. Fans expect them to look perfect, live perfectly, and even keep spotless homes. But when footage of some stars' messy houses surfaced online, it drew mixed reactions. The videos serve as a reminder that celebrities are human too, with everyday lives, much like yours or mine.
On variety show My Little One, actress Guan Yue revealed her home for the first time. At first glance, it was truly a visual shock. The table was clustered with items, the sofa was piled with clothes, and there were boxes of clothes scattered all over the house. Netizen joked, "This is the perfect example of glamorous outside, tornado inside." Someone said, "Could this be some kind of psychological issue?" Another said, "I'm the same, just lazy. That's all." Actress Yuan Shanshan revealed her bathroom on the show and redefined the standard for messy. Bottles on the counter makes you think. She's wholesaling skincare. Dirty clothes pile up on the bathtub like mountains. And Netizen said, "Honestly, same here. As long as it feels comfortable, who cares? My house, my rules." Actress Zhao Lilin lives in a 300 square meter Beijing apartment alone, but can barely find room to walk. And Netizen joked, she just needs a partner who's good at chores. A woman this busy and successful, little mess is totally normal. Someone said, she just hasn't married a house husband yet. What do you expect when a boss lady is busy running the world? Priorities, people.
And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.